My hair is a mess. So we're starting a new game today because I kind of broke the game last night, or yesterday afternoon. Like my glasses this morning. I had a little. Actually, I do have a little tiny screwdriver. I might be able to fix my glasses. That being said, I do have a second pair. The second pair is perfectly fine, barely been worn. I'm just missing a nose pad from them.
You talked Victor down? Huh. I was hoping for more of a show, but then the only excitement I get around here is when someone adjusts their brightness settings. Quite the thrill ride.
Yeah, we've seen this. Let's go with some crazy hair since my hair is crazy today. Is there crazy hair? I mean, kind of. There's no like mad scientist hair. Wow. Mohawk it is. Renegade. What was I? I was a gambler last time. I'm gonna do professor this time. We want brawny and brilliant. Uh, maybe just, maybe just brilliant. Nimble, resilient, suave, witty. Sure. But at the same time, I don't want to lock anything if I'm going to be brilliant. I don't really want to be abrasive because that kind of defeats the purpose of witty. And I don't really want to be sickly because max health is important. Maybe I will just take brilliant. Alright, so I get 3 skills to specialize in. I feel like engineering is a good one. Science is probably good if I'm going to be a professor. And then let's do... Let's do guns, just so I have more damage. Let's do Professor Sean.
Commander, as always, I'm calling on you for a mission requiring both your unique intellectual prowess and aggressive instincts for item acquisition. Your destination is the source of all skip drive manufacturing, the Arcadian system. However, for reasons that must remain classified for the moment, this colony is outside our jurisdiction. We have recently discovered that the drives are somehow responsible for the dangerous rift anomalies, the tears in the fabric of space itself. Without skip drives, interstellar travel is impossible. No conferences at which to tear apart your peers' half-baked theories. No jaunts to other systems to find rare historical items. No propagation of knowledge of any kind. In short, stagnation and death for the colonies. Your mission is to rendezvous with DeVries, our forward agent, and assist her in retrieving the information needed to determine exactly how the skip drives cause the rift anomalies. But be advised, if you or any member of your team are captured, you will be on your own. There will be no rescue. We cannot afford for this to turn into an intergalactic incident. Agent DeVries will be contacting you shortly to coordinate your plan of action.
As always, I look forward to your academically grounded yet thoroughly imaginative musings in your summary report. I'll all be with you and your team, Commander.
Agent Pascal told me to bring you your new model tactical time dilation device. They say these newfangled ones cost no, that ain't right. 10.25% less brain damage than the old ones. Yeah, impressive, huh? Way it seems to make everything move slower still feels a little weird to me, but they tell me I'll get used to it. They say the way it works is like, well, you know how parts of your brain can become damaged if you're in suspended animation too long? It kind of does the same thing. Oh no, they don't simulate it. It's the real McCoy. The lab coats swear it's perfectly safe. Science is amazing, ain't it? Listen to me, rambling on. So, well, anyway, here you go. Look, Commander, truth be told, I asked to deliver it to you. I was just hoping to get a moment to ask you for a pointer or two, you know, on how to be a great agent like yourself. Because, well, you're a legend. And the other agents, well, let's just say they disagree on just how I should go about it. Well, Pascal likes to joke around, but I think she's being sincere when she says it's all about looking out for the people who can't defend themselves. Sandoval says he's got no time for weakness. He says we gotta save people because they're too stupid to save themselves, and that we have righteousness on our side. And Jepson, well, you know him, he don't talk much. So, what do you think?
So that's the one I did last time.
Yeah, there's some advice worth taking to heart. Anyway, thanks for giving me the time of day. Most superiors wouldn't. Oh, I almost plumb forgot to tell you. It's near time for Agent DeVries to establish contact. She's like you, top tier, one of the Earth Directorate's best. I know you'll like her. Anyway, we ought to be getting down to the main room and open up the channel. No need to wait on my account, Commander. I'll join you in just a tick.
Considering the danger and consequence of the mission we're about to undertake, I hope you'll forgive the lack of pleasantries. Arcadia is ruled by a dictatorship that calls itself the Protectorate. They are beyond secretive. However, it is their inability to even imagine that someone could infiltrate their system that has given us an advantage. One I've found a way to exploit spectacularly. As unbelievable as it may sound, once you make your way to my location in the Skip Labs, we will be liberating an unsealed Skip Core. Exactly right. But that whole story about the explosive seals being necessary to complete the circuit so they'll function? Well, it's a lie. The seals are just there to conceal the inner workings of the drive so no one else can duplicate them. Examining an unsealed one will be invaluable in helping our lab coats figure out how they cause the rifts. But you'll first need to make your way to the station proper from the landing pad. Hopefully none. Our mission's timing is fortuitous. Most of the sector's security was reassigned to the far side of the station in preparation for the imminent visit of their sovereign's family. They decommissioned several landing pads, including ours, to give them fewer points of entry to guard, giving us fewer chances to be intercepted. You'll just need to reroute power to open the door to the sector once you've landed. Once you gain access to the sector, you'll need to shut down their communications to keep them from alerting anyone to our presence. Then, you'll need to handle their combat mechs. If you're clever, you'll find a way to shut them down before they even know you're there. They're relentless and well-armored. I've managed to leave caches of tools and intel for you throughout the sector. I'd take advantage of all of them, were I you. This may sound simple, but I cannot stress this enough. Do not underestimate the danger we face.
Come on, Agent. Haven't you heard? We're the best and brightest. We infiltrate corrupt governments before breakfast most days.
Do you think this is some kind of joke? The Protectorate are the worst of the worst and will not hesitate to string you up if you're caught, if you're lucky. They think nothing of regularly chemically lobotomizing their own subjects for even the slightest error. Your life isn't the only one at risk here. I'll speak however I choose. Do you know what I've sacrificed? What I'm prepared to sacrifice still? I've spent the better part of a year laying the groundwork for this mission. I don't need a team led by some egghead refugee from academia fouling it up. For now, unlike you or your team, I am a professional. Whether I like it or not, you are the commanding officer here. My personal feelings will not impede our mission. I need to go now. My absence will be noticed soon. Once you land, I'll patch in over comms and guide you through the sector.
Augustine! I mean, Agent DeFreeze. I just wanted to say we're all looking forward to working with you.
Who? Niles? Is that you? Law, what are you doing here? It's been so long.
I'm an agent. First assignment. Suppose I look a mite different now. Less grease. Oh, and no more smelling like fuel neither. Most days. Can't wait to see you once this is over, Agent. And good luck.
Same to you, Ibarra. DeVries out.
Navigator's warmed up in the cockpit, Commander. Whenever you're ready to fly us in.
The design of this ship still makes me angry. Or I guess I should say, more honestly, it irks me. There's such a weird fucking design. And that whole side of the ship, that big fucking arm, you have no access to it.
Which it is built, which is each and every one of them.
Commander, a
Abara and I will secure the building down here, while you're upstairs restoring power to the door.
Keeps us productive. Dear Sovereign, the protector of Arcadia, and the bedrock upon which our system is built. But even I can't succeed alone.
Yeah, I never noticed that last time.
That smell. Did a Sprat get flash fried in here?
The electrical system misfired somehow. Security has been triggered. This needs to be dealt with quickly.
You two, expiring without permission will result in demerit.
Commander, we finished our sweep. I'd wager we could use the intercom to call for help, Commander. Must be a guard around here somewhere who can shut the mechs down. Screen's broken, so should be nothing to pass yourself off as one of their own. Always a good idea.
Cadet Warden 4th Class Corbin receiving. It's a glorious day in the Protectorate. How can I serve? Wait a moment. You're calling from landing pad 0-53? That's listed as decommissioned. And yet the defenses have come online? Please be so kind as to inform me of your name and ID number so that I may report you for this infraction. And hurry, please. The transmission of the Sovereign's family's arrival will start any moment. I can scarce afford the demerits missing it would entail. Mallory? Oh, now I understand. I'd heard you were, that your condition wasn't, optimal. What? I know I shouldn't be asking this, but what was it like? The mental refreshment? No! I mean, yes! Of course I would. Willingly. Were I to fail to adequately fulfill my duties to the Sovereign and the Protectorate, I am pleased you have been returned to us as a fully functioning subject. Sorry, I can't risk being sentimental. Forget I said that. It is my duty to report this. I'm sure the Arbiters will come get you out of there when they have the time.
Damn it.
Beloved subjects, we all know that a structure is only as strong as its basic elements, the dirt on which it's built, which is each and every one of you. Yes, you. You are not just a cog in the machine. You are the cog in the machine that keeps us productive. I may be your
Any chance I can use it again?
I have nothing to say to you.
can't succeed alone. So be diligent. And remember, failure will be met with severe consequences.
I have nothing to say to you.
Beloved subjects, we all know that a structure is only as strong as its basis element. The dirt on which it is built.
No, guess we're killing.
Yes, you. You are not just a cog in the machine. You
Have any weapons? Melee? Nope.
that keeps us productive. I may be your sovereign, the president of Arcadia, and the bedrock of the system is built, but it's beloved subjects. We all know that a structure is only as strong as its basest elements. Yes, you. You are not just a component. You are the in the
Now, I was really hoping there'd be some way to turn something off here. Those turrets are going to be a problem. Can't see me getting around those. Shit. Ooh, barely made it. Well, shit. What the fuck am I supposed to do here? I assume the turrets have 360-degree radius. Maybe not.
Commander, the situation is becoming more fluid than I'd originally planned for. We've got to change our approach. Split the team to handle comms and security concurrently.
Good to know DeVries is consistently on edge. Wasn't just me. You'd think she'd never been on a mission before. Everyone knows fluid's about the best you can hope for. Well, sitting here jawing ain't gonna accomplish much. Looks to be central dispatch on the right with security ops on the left. Which you taking, Commander? We'll hit the other. Kinda figured that'd be your choice. Shoot a couple for me, will you? Ibarra and I'll take security ops, then meet. We'll stay well out of trouble.
That's right. Like you told me, Commander, everyone's well-being depends on our success. If whatever's going on here is as bad as the Chief thinks, then we'll make an end of it.
Right. Well, then, notwithstanding Ibarra's enthusiasm here, or DeVries' concerns over fluidity, I'm fairly certain we've got this under control.
Last time I went through security ops.
Captain Pascal, ma'am, I've been cogitating on how best to gain entry into security ops. You know, nice and quiet like.
Oh, you gonna school me on some of that newfangled academy training of yours? So long as it don't result in us being unceremoniously shot, suppose I could hear you out.
Shot's certainly part of it.
Really don't want to fuck with the auto mechanicals.
Perfect society demands perfect thoughts. Perfection is impossible when the mind is a thing of symmetry.
Sir, I believe I saw a ship set down on the landing pad. It was decommissioned, wasn't it? Perhaps we should investigate.
Don't be absurd, Cadet. We only investigate if we are ordered to investigate. We have received no such orders, therefore there is nothing to worry about.
Right. Of course. Ceasing absurdity at once.
Okay.
Prudence dictates we repel invasive elements.
Oh, I managed to not piss off the robot, so that's good. Didn't realize it was a worker though. Maybe he doesn't get aggroed.
Caution, arc welding. Caution, arc welding in progress. Unit shall report any individual careless enough to be burned by night guards.
Simpson and I are in position above the sector, Commander. Path's been cleared. Only encountered one guard. He's been dealt with. You should have seen it. It wasn't pretty.
As long as it was done righteously in the name of the Earth Directorate. Right, Sandoval?
I wouldn't stand too close to the airlock when we're back on the ship, Pasco.
Why? Is there something wrong with the airlock?
Thinking never made anybody happy.
Make me walk on over there.
Cut above the average.
Jesus Christ. What a convoluting set of orders.
You need to sabotage the transformer to disable the failsafes. This will allow you to open the door and proceed. I left the manual in the locker to your right in case you need it.
As its basest elements, the dirt on which it is built, which is each and every one of you. Yes.
Good. Now that that's done, I forget to mention the alarm. Just ignore it and get to the manual override in the control room as soon as you
I
can.
mean, no. No, of course we have. Nothing to be concerned about.
Restoring the balance. Contact lost. will be met with severe consequences. Beloved subjects, we all know that structure is only as strong as its base elements.
Damn, I wish I had lockpick or explosives.
Perfection is perfect. Grenade? Looking for cover.
Over here than DeVries said we should. Nothing too serious, but any distraction you could provide would be helpful, Commander.
You are not just a cog in the machine. You
Hack or remove.
the cog in the machine that keeps us productive. I may be your sovereign.
Calm down. This is going better than I expected. The nearby elevator will take you out to the rendezvous point. I'll see you and your team in the lab.
So far, so good.
Give us a minute. Something's not right.
Oh, he's still somewhat conscious.
Commander, what do I do? Everything was fine, and then... Law, I think Pascal's hurt. I called out to her, but...
There is a 90% chance Agent Pascal is trapped under rubble. 87% chance she is mortally wounded beyond help. 85% chance she's deceased.
I don't understand. Everything went bad so fast. But we can't stay here. The mission. We've got to complete the mission.
walk off that flesh wound.
Commander, surely you ain't suggesting I leave one of our own behind? Not after what you told me back on the ship. I mean, Pascal could... She could still be alive. No. You can write me up later. But I ain't leaving here without her.
Issuing urgent reminder. Time is of the essence. Please continue on to the Skip Labs to complete the mission. This unit will assist Agent Ibarra in his endeavors. Per Earth Directorate guidelines, an incapacitated agent's equipment is available for team use. Agent Ibarra's rifle is now yours, Commander. Using it may improve your odds of survival.
Commander, guards are closing in on your location. Agent DeVries, we need an updated tactical report. We've got agents down.
It makes no sense. There were no hostiles in the immediate area. No logical cause for that explosion. There's nothing more we can do for them. This doesn't change our mission. We have no choice but to keep pushing forward.
Recruits, troopers, wardens, arbiters, hold positions. Detain any subject failing to comply. Stand by for further instruction.
Disrupt in kind!
Damn, there's a chest in there. And I doubt I'll get a level up before I hit the end of this little tutorial area. If I remember correctly, I got my level 2 when I hit once I was done with the tutorial.
At your post. Has this whole facility gone mad? Something has transpired at Central Dispatch. I've heard gunshots, screams. I fear we may be under attack, but how? This is the Sovereign's Arcadia. I've attempted to raise anyone within the sector, but communications are completely down. And there was that explosion. Please, tell me you know what's happening here. Your voice. You're the one I spoke to over the intercom. You're not Maori. I shudder to think of my fate had I let an unauthorized person into the facility. Praise be the matriarch that I was not fooled by your false tongue.
Now, which of these should I do?
How dare you inflict such talk upon me and call my fealty into question with your actions? I am a subject of the Protectorate. I need not tolerate some malcontent having sport at my expense. Let us just see how you fare against the entirety of this sector's automechs.
Well, you still put down the bridge. Well, this will be some extra XP that I didn't get last time. Oh my god! Now, where did it save? After the conversation or before? Oh.
Commander, guards are closing in on your location. Agent DeVries, we need an updated tactical report with... Got agents down.
This makes no sense. There were no hostiles in the immediate area. No logical cause for that explosion. There's nothing more.
No XP from the scientists? Boo.
Enemy dead!
I got loot off them at least.
Something I've attempted to raise anyone within the You praise be the matriarch that I was not fooled by your false tongue. Nice. What has that to do with anything? We must always follow protocol, even in emergency conditions, especially in emergency. What are you blathering about? Niceness isn't mentioned in the protocols anywhere. But that's not referring to emergencies. Why are you looking at what I mean to say is that we may never have had an emergency, but protocol must be maintained in all circumstances. What? How did you know? I mean, that's preposterous. I can recite most of them. The important ones. I suppose it's past time for me to own up to my inadequacies. I do seem to be unable to discern the logic of our infallible protocols, which has undone me. I'll just wait here for them to come and take me away. It is over for me. I need accepted. I know I'm still a loyal subject, even if no one else does. No, flattery will not work on me. I may not know who or what you are, but I know what I am. A failure. Of what matter is it if I go willingly or not? The fact is that it's just sitting on Arbiter Jackson's terminal, waiting like a blade above my head. When the demerits for this are added, maybe I'll be lucky and they'll just execute me instead. What do you mean, help me? Petitioning for redress is only admissible in extreme circumstances. Anything else shows a disrespect for the system's purity and perfection. I'm not certain I follow. I've never heard of such a thing. Why, that could be like having a new start. Wait, what am I saying? No, you're wrong. They know. They always know. And this... You dare to... Let us just see how you...
God damn it. Oh, what the fuck?
You shan't prevail, fiend!
God damn it. Oops, that's not.
On out there. Did you think shooting up the place was a good idea right now? After what happened to Niles? You need to stop the tomfoolery, take the lift behind you, and get to me as soon as you can. It is imperative we retrieve this unsealed core and escape this station. Commander, be on your guard. I'm picking up increased security activity in your area. They'll be at your location at any moment.
Or it is. It is not our place to question. Society demands perfect thoughts. Imperfection is impossible when the mind.
That might have been my last playthrough, Neff. I was really limited on my skills, so some of the more bizarre stuff wasn't really something that you got a chance to see. I will admit this one definitely does have a different tone, but there's been some goofy stuff in it. Oh, the only thing that's immune to damage, well, there's two things immune to damage types. Animals and stuff like that are immune to corrosive. They don't have armor. And machines are immune to fire because you can't really set a machine on fire easily.
Can you hear us? Something's wrong. We can't get into the skip lab, and DeVries isn't responding to our comms. In other words, we're trapped out here. So don't count on us for backup. We'll be busy keeping ourselves alive.
I mean, yes, in real life you
Just
can.
get to DeVries and liberate...
Nothing there. You might just need to get a little bit further as well, Neff. Like, how far did you get into it? I'm just guessing you were still on the first planet. I don't know if it's planets or area. Replaced with Fairview and Westport. You got to the Vox relay. Okay, so you got a little ways. Oh, how the fuck did that not kill you? I mean, yeah. It's very hard to be... I am out of food. Damn. I'm really hoping I can level before I get to the end of this place, but I don't think I will. I think I'm pretty much near the end now. Did you get your double jump boots? Okay. That was a little goofy.
Boy, damn it! Can't you get anything right? You were supposed to be dead already. And here I was certain an agent known for their academic pursuits would be slowed down by the chance to examine a culture none outside this colony had ever seen. Oh, an infuriating miscalculation on my part, but one that will soon be rectified. You think I'd betray you, or the Earth Directorate, or my principals for a handful of bits? There is no betrayal here, though it is
Hey, Crimson.
understandable someone like you would see it thus.
We're starting over because
The
I
explanation
kind of broke
is
the
far
game.
more simple. The grand plan mandates this abomination of an experiment must die, and you along with it.
But I get for just exploring randomly and not going to the town like I should have. All right.
I have neither the time nor the need to explain the veracity, the nuances of the
enjoy your
plan
day.
to one such as yourself. I was fond of him too. Saving him would have been preferable were I given the choice. But the plan cares not for our wants. I couldn't risk the delicate balance of the predictions. The mathematical computations involved are very specific. There is no too late. This is happening right on time, as it must. And whether Niles is alive or dead has no bearing on it. Farewell, Commander.
Run, motherfucker! Ah, bright lights.
Lovren's family has been killed by a naturally occurring rift anomaly. High priority alert to all Earth Directorate agents. Contact with Earth has been low.
Identified ships on the edge of Arcadia.
It's no longer just a spacer's choice, it's Anti's choice. Greater value for your men.
Arcadian citizens, we've come to deliver you from oppression.
I really hate the design of that ship. I know I've said it like 4 or 5 times, but I hate it so much.
You're not hearing me, Val. They were out there for almost 10 years. You know what usually happens to someone left in suspended animation that long.
Explosive cell death may result from extended periods of suspended animation.
Death occurs quickly as the human body rapidly liquefies.
Exactly. And it would be my fault it happens. Oh, I never should have stopped looking. I can't face the commander right now, not like this. I'll be in the cockpit.
Welcome back to consciousness, Commander. Please accept your back pay for the previous mission. It has been prorated according to the mission's failure and your unapproved 3,468-day sabbatical. This unit is not programmed to judge the activities of off-duty agents. Revival protocols mandate a physical and cognitive test to confirm mission readiness. This is to ensure no unexpected changes have occurred regarding your abilities, Commander. Say, ah.
We're gonna take lockpick.
Assessment complete. It appears you experienced some changes while in suspended animation, but nothing of concern. This unit will update your records accordingly. An event summary will now be provided to improve your situational awareness, Commander. If you feel yourself beginning to liquefy at any point, please notify this unit immediately.
Sure.
Following an aggressive merger between Anti-Cleo's and Spacer's Choice, the new corporate entity known as Anti's Choice invaded Arcadia. Anti's Choice claims they are following market demands and liberating Arcadia through the power of capitalism. Many have died. Unfortunately, their invasion fleet also exacerbated the rift anomaly created by Agent DeVries' sabotage of Horizon Point. This means no ship can enter or leave the colony. The rift also remains a threat to the colony. Current estimations suggest the rift will destroy Arcadia in the next 10 years. Give or take 7 to 8 years. Initiating reassurance. Do not worry, Commander. Prior to now, the probability of your intervention having had any impact on current events approaches 0%, while the rift is a low to medium priority concern. Agent Ibarra has expressed far more confusion and alarm about Agent DeVries' latest actions. It has been confirmed that Agent DeVries was responsible for downing the Old Earth Directorate surveillance satellite earlier this month. The satellite had been gathering information since before your mission. When it fell, it signaled agents across the colony, leading to the discovery of you and Agent DeVries. Agent Ibarra prioritized your recovery above pursuing Agent DeVries. This involved disassembling and rebuilding the astrogator to allow the incognito to travel to your location. This unit has observed a marked improvement in Agent Ibarra's hygiene regiment since the satellite was brought down. He is shaving again and routinely changes his clothing. Final update. Due to the deaths of every other squad member, Agent Ibarra is now a full agent. He is currently in the cockpit. Please extend your congratulations when you see him.
All right. So I think these are pretty much the 4 skills I'm going to go with. Guns, lockpick, engineer, and science. Increase sneak attack damage for pistols. Ooh, additional weapon equipment slot. Nice. Yeah, let's go ahead and grab that first off.
these years and I still can't get my head around what Augustine did. Sacrificing our whole team. And for what? What did our blood pay for? Oh, Commander. Thought you were Val. Glad to see you up and ambling about. And not, human stew. Seems so. Better luck next time, I guess. You know, when I first learned some of the escape pods made it away from the station, I'd hoped. I did search for you, Commander. Just as soon as I was able. Might be you're giving me more grace than I deserve, but either way, thank you. So then.
Confirmed. The commander has received a full briefing.
DeVries. Would have been better if she joined the dead. I figured she'd done just that until I got the alert that she brought down the Earth Directorate satellite. If she's of a mind to, she could use the information on that thing to destabilize the Rift and destroy Arcadia. She was one of us, Commander. It's our responsibility to stop her. With your erudite insights, I wager it won't take us long at all to catch her. She's gone to ground now, but as part of her original undercover mission, DeVries was inserted at the Vox Relay Station on Paradise Island. She'd have followed protocol, established a safe room there. Wager that's where we'll find clues as to her present plans and whereabouts. Thank you, Commander. Means a lot coming from you. Just to be clear, I'm not saying we're strolling up to the Vox station and knock nicely. The Vox is highly restricted and heavily defended. It'd be a death sentence. We might ought to explore the island first, find out what we can. The satellite alert pinged DeVries' tracker in a town, name of Fairfield. Wasn't nowhere clear as yours, so we need to poke around a bit. Doubt she's there now, but it seems a better place to start than insulting her protectorate communication.
Away we go.
Records indicate unfortunately, due to a jam, the dispenser is currently in tampering may result theorizing. Extracting the contents from this unit has an advanced decryption key that can open the first lockbox. Helpful addendum. Scans also indicate an Auntie's Choice dematerializer within the first lockbox, which you may find useful in the discreet disposal of bodies, Commander. An Earth Directorate agent. Additionally, the second lockbox's contents may contain parts. Please do not attempt physical intimacy with your Valerie unit. This unit may suffer occasional wear and tear in the course of performing its operations. Routine acknowledge. An upgraded Valerie unit will boost. Please be on the lookout for any additional. Congratulations. Congratulations on your acquisition of the dematerializer. The dispenser is now functioning normally.
Sky there? That'll be the Vox relay.
Vox stations serve as key communication hubs for the Protectorate. Unauthorized visitors are likely to be shot or hanged on sight.
That's why we're headed to Fairfield first. Less chance of us getting shot while picking up the DeVries trail.
was that?
Big, dark cavern ahead. Seems likely we'll find Crabbles hereabouts.
Didn't get any other weapons today.
Engaging combat protocols. Ready to... Agents help me.
Come back. Hey! Got a distraction for you. Ready to win. For your command.
Entering a confrontational state.
Look at all those eggs. How fast do these things breed?
Commencing related activities.
Well. Okay. Alright, Revolver has a little more punch to it. Or not. But does do 50% more damage to weak spots.
Sequencing attack strategies.
And I'll take care of them, Commander.
All right.
Don't like the look of whatever that is. Rift, maybe?
my god, enough. Stay out of the ground, you asshole. Finally.
Resuming hostilities.
There's a lot of crabbles. They both use the same type of ammo. I didn't realize that. It's like not for divergent, or not for divergent bills. Like, what's it for then? And yes, I do need to take mine soon. Another 2 hours.
Engaging hostile life forms.
Let me know when you need a distraction.
Alright, level up again. go, excuse me.
Careful. Any closer and we're likely to threat.
I can't believe I haven't found a melee weapon yet. Alright, let's head to where we're supposed to go now. That looks like it might have dropped something on the ground when it picked it up. Any loot over here? Nope.
Sounding glib? That ain't a good sign.
Correction. The sign seems to be functioning phenomenally.
Can't say the same for the troopers.
Alright, onwards.
Company. Must be from that
Whoa there, go-getter. Welcome to Fairfield, now under the new and improved management of Auntie's Choice. I'd usually ask if you were affiliated with the previous regime, but you lack the bewildered gaze of a yay-saying protectorate subject. Even so, going to have to ask you to identify yourself. Still a war on and all. Earth Directorate, huh? Like, from the serials? Thought Arcadia was outside your jurisdiction. Any folk native to this place sure wouldn't have ever heard of you. End of the day, we let most anybody in. Bottom line's all we care about is our bottom line. That'll be all. Unless you got any questions before you're on your way. As I've never heard of her, can't say I can. Seems like Minister Milver Street knows everybody, though. Probably ask him. Anything else? On the way from the landing pad? Had a convoy out that way. They're overdue. See any sign of them? Damnation. I had a friend on that detail. He always carried this, keepsake. You didn't happen to find it, did you? Well, never too late to start. Plunder's plunder. Them Protectorate drones been a serious menace of late. Heard Trooper Faulkner shot a few. You find a way to put a stop to them, there's a bounty for it. Bounty terminal's out next to the jail, across from the bar. Just down the lane here a spell. You get to Town Hall, you passed it. What? You been in hibernation or something? We're here to bring the free market's liberation to the people of Arcadia. And Arcadia's bounty to the rest of the galaxy, of course. Oh, we got everything. One of them, at least. Clinic's over there on your left, watering hole's a bit down on the right. Market's a straight shot down the lane. Before I forget, I have standing orders. Once again, welcome to Fairfield, the official new home of free trade and self-reliance on Eden.
There it is.
Can't believe some of the... You're back, I see. Something to share? Thanks. That'll mean a lot to his family.
Cigarette lighter in the shower.
Holler when you're ready for me, Doc. Don't mean to sound unsociable. Wouldn't mind conversating a bit, though. Anything to...
This unit is not
reassuring.
deploying.
I guess that's something. I was on sentry duty. I returned. It was all going fine until the damn thing blasts me while I'm reloading. Mighty uncourteous, you ask me. Trooper Faulkner happened upon. No idea where. As for the rest of these fine folk, they were attacked by Protectorate while only one of the most. The FO, the man in charge, Commander Torres, is a legend. Rumor has it his troopers are relentless, fighting through wounds that would kill most. Playing it safe doesn't. It's all a moot. I suppose it could be worse. At least, I don't know. You some kind of doctor type? Well, all right then. Just hope you're not squeamish.
Damn.
How bad is bad? Wait, don't tell me. I don't want to know. Don't sweat it, none. Auntie's Choice advocates for self-reliability anyway. Can't go around Anyway, thanks for...
I must ask you to hold...
My liver ain't the lily kind. Tell it to me straight, Doc.
The bullet shattered your tibia and all but There is good news, however. I recently enrolled in a course on advanced amputation techniques, so I'll be seeing a positive return on my investment sooner than expected.
Yeah, Doc.
I'm not running a charity. If you desire full treatment, you'll pay full cost. If that's a problem, seek compensation from your commanding officer. Well then, she should have thought about...
This is a mighty big
I don't encourage delays, but very well. Short of you skipping back in time and ordering the coagulant I need, I doubt any... I am a doc... Now, was there anything else? Here are my supplies.
Need medical 3 or randomly mix chemicals and hope for the best. Oof. You failed to successfully brew poison. Not the result you were after, but a result nonetheless. Trait lucky used, which I don't have.
Excuse me, that chem set is not a toy.
I won't be doing anything with that. At least, nothing I can think of anyway.
Swear, look like you've had your share of troubles. Ever, so you can. I had just the thing. Why the path there might be lousy with raptidons for all I know. It wasn't before, but what couldn't or wouldn't go typical pitch. Complete rube. Didn't even ask about condition. My Kelvin Tran rookie opportunistically leveraged. I have a few bits I can offer you. He'll provide the agreed upon schematics. Truth it. Edible spacesuits, N-ray spec. Oh, the broke down for so close, but so far away. All right.
The door this stuff? They must be storing something good in there.
Yeah, guns, armor, probably some ammunition too. Honestly, Kemp ain't that much of a mystery.
Oh, there is a weapon bash. I didn't know that. Hmm.
You're thinking too small, Murph. I'd put money on the Protectorate stashing treasure inside. A whole pool of bits enough to...
It's a constabulary science. These Protectorate lack imagination. Never I'd guess you're one such person. And a wrong one, as we've learned in dealing with this malicious control.
We've tried everything short of skipping a ship through that door to get inside. Though, come to think of it, maybe that's not such a bad idea.
I'd love to see the quartermaster's face after turning her lamps onto that requisition request.
Fine. Skip drives out. Say, maybe we could commandeer one of them tractors.
In case you haven't noticed, we're in the middle of a war, and hard to say whether we're winning or not. Better question is why no one else is treating this like a top priority. In any siege, advantage goes to the defenders. Right now, the Protector, when Officer Carr ever gets the go-ahead, we need to be ready. Right.
If there are...
You've made your case, Kemp. I'm more interested in hearing the opinion of our new friend here. What do you suppose is in there?
Don't that strike you as a touch... Unless they were trying...
I don't see it mattering much either way. That door...
Oh, really?
Ordinarily, I'd quit...
Keep your petty skepticism. I'll pay my tab in no time. You'll see.
Whoa! How in the blazes did you get in there? Huh. Guns after all.
Yeah, it's real sad how our trainees will have the armaments to defend us now. I swear, Kemp, sometimes and of course we have you to thank. That sure was an impressive display of...
What? You want money too?
Sorry, friend, Kemp's right. We'll put in a word with the higher-ups first chance we get, though. Give you and your skills some fine publicity. That's the right attitude.
I
see a huge opportunity for us. Welcome to the Name Pending Saloon, purveyor of spirits. That is an ensuing step on my... At present, my top favorites are... Well, that's what we'll call it then. I'll tell future business partners we did pick your point.
Just alcohol.
That guard wasn't being ironical about the giant hologram over Town Hall. Well, guess we ought to go acquaint ourselves with that minister like she said.
No signs of corrosion. You just stopping by to admire the mines, or is there something I can help you with? Only becomes a problem if the objects start talking back. Make my job a whole lot easier if they would, though. See this system here? It deploys extreme countermeasures against overhead attacks in the form of aerial explosives, oft referred to as sky mines by those who prefer brevity. However, the whole thing is currently non-operational. No sky mines means the enemy can blow in like a bad sail, and we'll all be passing in our bits before you can say, "Gee, nice weather we're having today." Please, I'm not some flathead doesn't know her hygroscopic compounds. You mess with the balance, you risk the whole thing combusting.
I didn't even talk to her my last time through. I never did this quest.
Whole lot of words just tumbled out of your trap, but none of them made a lick of sense. I'll be over there if you need. So you got her working. Bully for you. No, sorry, you're right. You did me, and all of Fairfield, a good turn here. Just thought I'd feel more relieved when the launcher was working again. There's just this weight in my chest won't loosen. Worry gunking up my inner workings. Protectorate could launch an attack from that Vox station anytime. What if the mines aren't enough? Why do you think I was so twisted up about the launcher? I know I can be brusque. The word unpleasant's also been bandied about before. Yeah, I'm a real piece of work. Maybe that's why we worked well together. Here. Managed to cobble some frags together from a damaged mine earlier. Who knows? Might get you out of a pinch one of these days. And seeing how expertly you worked, you may as well take this armor modification too. I'm sure you'll have an easier time installing it than I would.
So who'd you end up siding with, of the two here, Neff? Did you side with Milver Street or Kerr or Cow or whatever his name is? Or name, whatever. Pretty much the same thing I did, yeah. I'm going to do my best to side with the military person this time around.
Those incessant jingles over the loudspeakers. Do they ever cease?
I'm simply not credulous enough to accept this is where I've ended up. I'd welcome you, would-be consumer, but please visit the various consumer locations around. I was meant to have help, but they lacked the barest amount of gray matter it takes to keep from getting locked up by excessive corporate malfeasance. Breaking my back, trying to buttress all these vines on top of all my other jobs. Ah, the bit. So, is there anything else, or can I get back to work? You read my terminal? How embarrassing. Not that I thought. So, why are you so interested in my other work? Huh. Assertive, ambitious, and aggressively self-deterministic? A go-getter who's not a... You know, I've been looking for some backfills with the kind of cleverness usually only found on the seedy lower decks. I'm part of Sub Rosa. We're a group of merchants, information brokers, and commodity traders who deal... We're the best way to get things done in anti-space if you're looking for profit. Want to buy it, sell it, move it? Puh, they were rubes. Nitwits. They had to be dealt with so we could all get back to work. So, long as your brain pan's filled with more than a half-dead sprat spinning on a rusty wheel. Well, isn't that just... And all we need you to do is access Quartermaster Cardos's terminal and it's already been resold, so having it in her system could become problematic. And I'll be...
I'm not sure I've ever actually gone this way.
Best keep your lamps lit for wildlife.
Hostile wildlife. Familial classification
I swear that wasn't... Might I have a word, Commander?
Sure.
I know I've been pushing to find DeVries, so this might seem a bit of a left turn. Avoid it. I'm just gonna ask. Got an old friend here on the island. The doctor who patched me up after Horizon Point. Ex-protectorate, a good man. Tracked him to Westport a short time ago, but never got up the nerve to visit. Reckon we could drop by and pay him a visit. Brief one, of course. I had some bad years on my own. Now with you here being part of a team, this might sound a mite soppy, but I feel like I could be a proper agent again. That starts with writing accounts. This friend of mine, Zebulon Tran, I let him down. And I've been chewing on that live wire for a while.
I'm trying to remember where I've heard the name Zebulon before. And I want to say Futurama.
Much as I might love to jaw about that special interest of mine, this business with Zeb's gotta come first. Likely not. We didn't exactly leave off in a good way. Traded some hard words over promises I made and ought not have. After I recovered from Horizon Point, Zeb and I ran together for a spell, doing what we could to help folks in difficult spots. Fighting protectorate tyranny in small ways. Too small for Zeb, as it turned out. He was unhappy before I showed up, and after, well, all my directorate talk fired him up even more. I had my orders. I was to stay low. Couldn't let the protectorate catch wind of an Earth Directorate agent in its midst. But Zeb, he kept pushing to take more extreme action.
Is it the name of the chef that uses spice weasels? Is that where I know in Futurama? Is that where I know the name from? I think it is.
Resistance is a mite strong. Wasn't like he was part of some greater movement. He avoided speaking out of line, but he was already spinning up discontent by the time we met.
The jerky alien mummy in one episode. Okay. Not who I was thinking of then.
Not sure he'd see it that way. We worked hard, but the Protectorate's arbiters and Sentinel, often than not, our help, only made targets of the folks whose lives we were trying to improve. Didn't matter what we did. Arcadia was still caught under the Protectorate's boot. Guess some of what you said way back when stuck. All that talk about putting people first. Anyway, think only later I learned Zeb hadn't given up the struggle like I assumed he would. He got to stay in. Much appreciated. Westport's on the...
Yeah, that's Calcion.
Slow down. Schultz went where? Six alive. Schultz! Anyone? Did I?
I'm afraid there's more.
What, had he done her more good? You there. I don't normally sanction nameless... That right. Earth Director. Sounds sick. Whatever. No Antis forces are permitted beyond the forward position upon pain of disemployment and possible litigation. Our orders, it is by steadfastly holding the line here, we forestall. Calamity digs its claws in deeper. Thank you for notifying me of their demise. I'll send a car for replacements. I'd think Schultz obviously knew the risks and hoped he'd protect her through the minefield. Before you
Is my observation high enough to see the landmines? Yes, yes it is. Ow! Didn't see that one. Where the hell is the Scrabbles? Oh, that could be there. Oh, that is not it. Ah, that could be her.
Is concerned for the commander's well-being.
Jesus Christ. Got it.
No, he went off to relieve himself, but I reckon that was a handful of hours ago.
stay out of the minefield if you value your limbs.
Yeah, I like how they fix the doors too.
I'll be Here, for your trouble. Livener like that comes in handy when you're in a pinch. Seems everyone's scoring big today.
Alright, I should probably head back to Fair Review though.
just Taro excrement. Heavens, anti-escape. Shouldn't sneak up on a man like that. Good way to earn a bullet betwixt the eyes. You know, you might be right. I'm reliably certain I did not want to find out. Guess I should apologize for all that hullabaloo before. Just mistook you for another unfleshly manifestation. Look, I know how it sounds, like I'm a few crabbles short of a herd, but just hear me out. It all started the other night. Saw a personage leaving the greenhouse, late. Figured it for Emmeline, but when I asked her about it, she didn't know what I was talking about. Happened again the next night. Gave chase that time, but lost him hereabouts. I turned a corner and they'd up and vanished. I've knocked on doors, peeped a few windows, respectfully, mind you. And I ain't spied anything more exciting than a chair. But then, a being of pure information probably wouldn't linger on this plane any longer than necessary. Too tiresome, be my guess. Well, maybe? I still don't know all the particulars, yet. But it's one theory. Right? It's all gotta go somewhere after we cash in our bits. Who's to say some of that matter don't stick around in one form or another? I certainly won't. Saw you coming this time.
I suppose it was only a matter of time until we were discovered. Though what an odd thing to die for. Apples. Spare me such timid dribble. Of course I know why you're really here. You have come to exact retribution for our larceny at your greenhouse. The greenhouse's stolen bounty offered a healthy alternative to gorging ourselves on that vending machine poison. Alas, I was spotted on one or two forays. I am merely quivering with rage over this insulting interrogation, and that scent you so subtly pointed out is the aroma of—
Thought I saw you disappear in here. Oh. Seems I've stumbled into quite the shindig. You lot been hiding out in here all this time? Touch cramped, ain't it?
The more I listen to you invaders blathering, the more convinced I become of the need to rid our fair island of your wretched stupidity by any means.
Not very copacetic.
If this exchange is not to your liking, I can accommodate you with a bullet instead. A generous offer. But we prefer to die in the service of the Sovereign. There's...
Guess I had this mystery all wrong. Small part of me was hoping... Nah, never mind. It's downright foolish. I lost a friend in the invasion. A good friend. I appreciate that. Never really talked.
Oh, got another lockbox.
Even though I now rank among the Protectorate's foes, I hoped you would return to me. Every night I would sneak out of Fairfield, despite the danger, desperate to find you. Hoping you would see fit to join your wife. Yet no one has heard from you since you went to the Skycutter facility. Not in 2 weeks. I can only assume the worst. I don't think I can stay in this town any longer. Perhaps if I return to suffer the Protectorate's justice, I shall at least learn what became of you. And if you are gone, I hope I shall be executed. Then at least we shall be together.
My cover story has worked. I am safely ensconced at the Vox station, assigned to the lowly Information Input and Retrieval Department. It seems a colony so certain of its absolute control over its subjects can be less than rigorous when it comes to security. I was able to easily widen out a space behind the walls of the main control room to establish my safe room, giving me unfettered access to the communication transfer conduits. I have hacked into their system downstream from the security protocols, so I am able to infiltrate their entire system with them being none the wiser. While I have little doubt as to the success of our mission, trepidation still gnaws at me. Though I cannot say why. Perhaps it is simply the normal mission commencement jitters. I thought my duties complete. Information gathered, reports filed, preparations made. I'd even created a fictitious identity and work transfer to Horizon Point Station well ahead of schedule, in order to keep anyone from tracking my movements upon commencing the mission. All that was left was the waiting. Or so I thought. Then, troubling information came to light. I've seen the numbers. I've seen the equations. While I don't understand all of it, I understand enough to know it is the truth. And I am the only one in a position to act upon it. Though it means the betrayal of my team and the duty I swore to uphold. But can I? I did it. They are all dead. And I am still alive. I had not expected this. I had prepared no alibi, and so felt assured my ruse would be discovered and I'd not have to carry this burden. But the complete gullibility of the Protectorate subjects cannot be underestimated, it seems. My threadbare excuse of my grievous wounds as pitchball injuries was accepted without question. I can only keep telling myself it had to be done. Something which becomes harder by the day as the rift anomaly grows in the sky. But it was all part of the plan. Wasn't it?
I can't believe this. Void me if I understand any of this. DeVries sold us out for what? Because of a few equations? Some dots and lines on a graph? Good fucking law. I mean, she wasn't a damn scientician. She said it herself. She didn't understand all of it, the math. So what was she thinking? Oh, yeah? And how many of those colleagues went and blew up a space station on account of it? Damn it! I never wanted to talk about this. I wanted to just leave it alone. Told myself, no point in judging up the past. Should have known he wouldn't rest. DeVries may have saved me on Triangulum, but I wasn't the only one looked up to her. Lots of the other recruits talked about her too, back at the academy. We all thought she was the pinnacle of what an agent should be. Tough, smart, ain't a job she couldn't get done. And better and faster than everyone else. Inspired all of us. Reckon so. Some might embarrassing how much worship we all put on her name. You put a tool in my hand, I would have built monuments to her. Figure my own career could be just that. Doing for others what she done for me. Never imagined I'd actually get to work with her. Me, some nobody from Triangular. And then she betrayed us. Tried telling myself it was an accident, but now we've got the cold, hard proof it wasn't. Law only knows why she trusted the Order's numbers. The Order of the Ascent is just another sect of the Order of Scientific Inquiry. The Grand Plan and all that used to be part of the Protectorate before their big falling out. Believe they can predict the future or some such, but nice plan-abiding folks don't kill for the betterment of their cause. I can't believe the Order plotted our murder. But 10 years ago, I would have said the same about DeVries. I mean, she always struck me as so pragmatic, real sensible-like. Never figured she'd go all in on predictions from a bunch of monks. Done some good too. Even I can admit that not everyone following the plan is a fanatic. But when those beliefs start to require hurting others, even killing them, that's worth questioning their virtue. If only DeVries had shared in our good judgment, huh? Whatever her plans, she started putting them in place while stationed undercover at the Vox Relay. I reckon there's got to be someone on the island who can help us with that.
Would pulverizing them suffice? No. Approach with less haste next time, won't you? Copernicus may be tame, but he still doesn't take... I am Ethel Tinsley, chimeric scientist. I'm responsible for taming this delightful raptidon here. Officer one might say, and perhaps a bit on edge. Folk here have grown weary, shall we say? I would never imply such a thing. I'm unused to the way things are done here, I suppose. The Protectorate leadership never behaved in such a manner. Which I would not mind if the threat of annihilation weren't hanging over us, so I would much rather stay here. One wishes to woo Protectorate subjects to our ranks. The other wishes to see... Very well. I work directly with Officer In theory, they'll be trusted to guard our most precious assets, including our leadership. For now, they deter encroachment from Trust me, they are safer here than out in the wilds. I have been reprimanded. I would not be here if this experiment was still causing needless suffering.
Keep 'em coming. I can do this all day. That's the third drone in as many days. Where are the void damn things coming from? Protectorate drone attack. Just the one. We got it before anyone got hurt this time. Of course, we could have staunched the flow of drones by now if Officer Carr dispatched another patrol, as I requested. That was a nasty one. I do hope he's on the mend now. Erickson's a fine fellow, if a rather poor shot.
He told you about that? That blasted, well-meaning gas bag. Now I gotta ask him. You see, I, wasn't exactly authorized to be shoring up other patrols on the perimeter. In fact, I might have been specifically ordered Thanks. Well, at least some people in this unit still understand the concept. Trouble is, it's only a matter of time before these Protectorate drones break through and do some... If you're keen on lending a hand, but Carr doesn't trust me with that kind of work anymore. Not after my last performance review. So I guess we're trusting... Really? Because that one looks like it's about due for the scratch.
Hey now, don't let the scratches fool you. Val here is in tip-top shape. Ain't that right, Val?
Error. Logic assembly not responding. Please ask your query at a later time.
This does not increase my confidence. Really wish I could give those drones a piece of my mind. Unfortunately, I need to hang back and exercise my obedience to authority. Go out there and do what I can't. Show that bounty terminal and those Protectorate drones why no one fucks with Fairfield.
Hmm. 200 health instantly, 200 over 5 seconds. That's better. Ooh, 90. 90 toxicity is a lot. Hmm. Compact round, short round, shotgun shells. That's what I'm looking for.
Watch where you're pointing that shooter of yours. You've been pitching a little unevenly.
Since the fastball incident of '97, automechs are not permitted to participate in tossball games, leagues, or tournaments.
I mean, your aim's been off. Wouldn't want me or the good commander here catching any strays.
When attempting to capture a stray animal, approach slowly and quietly. If the animal senses danger, it may grow aggressive.
You know what? Forget I said it. You're doing great.
Well, that's done. Alright, so we want to start leveling these ones now. Feel like I need some points in hack. Let's grab another point in engineering. More sneak attack damage to my rifle. Or I could also get pickpocket. Pickpocket is huge. As is treasure hunter. Yeah, we'll grab pickpocket. Wrong button.
Don't go into that cheap saloon if you got a lick of gumption. They got no tolerance for it. What do you think about here? Has nothing to do with
Welcome, welcome. See anything you like?
You might be a friend of Andrew's, but that's courting trouble.
The fuck?
Every last bit that I save is intended for you.
Takes all sorts.
The cost may be high. One day, I know you'll be mine. Someday, perhaps I'll own two. For now, I'll take one that's brand new.
Well, what I meant to say is that we now have the new improved Purple Berry Crunch. Now with 10. Oh, anyway, let's try this again. Welcome. Thanks for noticing. all part of the It'd be a mite tricky for anyone to. I've been still finding my stride with all the marketing suavities. Advertising is an essential part of my business. According to the guide, in situations such as this, I'm to consult my marketing department for new copy. Except I don't have one of those either. I didn't want to see. Thanks for all your help. Now, like they say.
Rattler, there's the advanced description key, which is what we want. I think I can sell this dude. Suppose I should go pay off my bounty.
People think I got ejected from the saloon because I'm...
25 is much better than the 300 or so that the bribe is. Okay, so I have been damaged that way. Weapon mod vendor. That's not the one I'm looking for. I'm looking for the other one. Recipe. That's general goods. We'll have some. Short rounds. I don't think I'll ever need shock rods, but just in case. There we go.
Yet you see fit to keep me in a constant state of consternation. With each unauthorized act, you jeopardize our hold of Fairfield.
Yes, but you must understand, the Protectorate citizenry is a hair's breadth from defection. Within the week, I'm certain.
Certain? Like the week prior and the week before that. Impressive foresight you wield. Should apply to join the Order of the Ascendant.
It would be difficult enough to convert the stubborn populace without your soldiers' constant, ill-advised forays.
Enough! Your yipping reminds me of my 2 old canids. I loved those canids. You, on the other hand, are trying my patience. We don't want to try Auntie's patience, do we?
No, Auntie.
Yes, I thought not. Now, unless you care to see what life in the lower rungs looks like, you will both of you cease your foolish maneuvering immediately. Do I make myself clear?
Yes, Auntie.
Good. See that it is done. I will brook no more disappointments. And while you're at it, you might want to look into your security situation, Commander. I'm not accustomed to an audience when addressing my subordinates.
Who in the void? Eavesdropping on Auntie's choice business is like to get a body shot for spying. Though you're not wanting for moxie. I'll give you that.
Now hold a moment, Carr. When When opportunity comes visiting, perhaps it's better not to riddle it full of holes. Our new compatriot may be of assistance.
A surprisingly good point, especially from you. She only forbade us using our own personnel. Be a whole other matter were a stranger to happen to aid one of us. But which? Well, you seem an observant sort, so I expect you'll tire of Milver Street's bluster soon enough. Come see me before agreeing to whatever absurdity he proposes. Unlike him, I have some work actually befitting your time. I'll be waiting.
Alone at last. I never thought she'd leave. Now then, allow me to introduce myself. I am D.B. Milver Street, Minister of Marketing, Duke of Demographics, Commercial Condottiere, President of Promotional Material. Tell me, do you believe in signs? Splendid, because I'm not interested in hiring any more idiots. I'm looking for people of tact and vision and perspicacity. I do not believe in signs. I believe in opportunities. Right now, at this moment, you and I have an opportunity to save countless lives. But I'm hardly the type to beg and ask for nothing in return. Tell me, what do you desire of this island?
With that hat? Absolutely not.
Is this a bad time to mention I can read lips? I have some faint recollections of the fuzz beneath my hat. Perhaps I saw such a name amidst my perusal of the Protectorate domicile assignment records. The record room is in this building. You have my permission to peruse at your leisure. But surely a go-getter like yourself has more ambitious goals on our island. Share them with me, and we can brave them together. Tisk tisk. I appreciate your devotion to remaining mum, but I simply cannot work with a freelancer who I do not intimately understand. Ambitious, aren't we? Easily the best protected location on Paradise Island. Hardly a place for a stroll. But if you assist me, I promise to get you inside. Better yet, helping me shall result in our saving dozens, no, hundreds of lives. Your conscience shall be renewed. You can't blame a body for wanting to practice, can you? Fine. I'll give it to you straight then. Auntie may demand Carr and I do nothing, but for each moment I remain inactive, dozens fall in meaningless combat. I seek a persuasive method of alleviating this conflict. The Protectorate utilizes a procedure known as mental refreshment to ease the temperament of wayward subjects. The Ministry of Accuracy contains vital information about the process and where it is performed. This is the prize I seek. I previously sent a grafted soldier, Trooper Sealong, to retrieve said information, but I have not heard from her in some time. Consequently, I must presume the worst. Grafted soldiers were the subjects of the Enhanced Soldier Program, so named as its intent was to utilize nature to enhance a soldier's natural talents. Unfortunately, the program resulted in many casualties, and what few successes we had were literally short-lived. Yes, one additional word of warning. The good Commander Carr shall not take kindly to your working with me, though that is...
Watch out for that Auntie Cleo. I know she don't look it, but she's more dangerous than she seems.
You're here early. I expected you'd be on the receiving end of Milver Street's bluster until close to the end of time. Happy that ain't the case, as I can make use of you. I'm Officer Babylon Carr, head of aggressive acquisitions and persons elimination on Paradise Island. Let no one say I can't be official when circumstances merit. Now, not to say I question the presence of a wayward sightseer in the midst of a war-torn waste, but it might be safer for us both if I knew your purpose. The Vox, eh? Bent on bloody self-destruction? I could just have my troops dispatch you, save you the effort. Although if you were keen on continuing to draw breath, perhaps you and I could broker a deal. There are Protectorate vitals need bled. You could do the bleeding. I want the Protectorate war effort exsanguinated. You want into the Vox Relay. You help me, I help you. There's a particular holding we shelled early in the war, name of Euphoria Coast Automech Repair Center. Deserves a raising for the length of its blasted name alone. My scouts report recent Protectorate attempts to bring it back to functioning. I need the place sabotaged, lest Automechs return to aid the Protectorate war effort in droves. Should note, the ministers like to take our working together as a personal affront. Aid me, and I suspect he'll rescind any offer he may have made to you. Do you suggest that our good minister has lost patience with playing fair and now seeks to delve into the oily recesses of brainwashing? Oh, for shame. He's devoted to his half measures. I'll give him that. But he wouldn't have to wheedle and connive if he knew directness. Milver Street's grinning manipulation won't earn nothing but more of our own dead. Work with me. Could be direct. Feign that you're an assistant of some kind, though you'd have to have some know-how regarding engineering. But a simpler path would be paying a visit to the Ministry of Accuracy, liberating some credentials. Yaysayers ain't capable of suspecting a piece of paper. Competence recognizes competence. Get into that facility and make certain it won't ever function.
Commander, there is a 98.7% chance that hunting Agent DeVries will require greater amounts of ammunition than you currently possess. Ammunition can be purchased at vending machines or crafted at a workbench.
I can also help you craft items in a pinch when we're out together.
Most won't even explode. Alright, so that's the Automech Repair Center. That's Jackson Plum. Vox Relay. Where is the Ministry of Accuracy? I guess we'll head up. So we'll head here first.
So who are you rooting for in the Tossball Leagues this season?
Ask them defectors if they miss anything about Protectorate life.
10 bits, they said community.
Yep.
Been noticing a lot of screws going missing from the ship. You wouldn't happen to know anything about that, would you?
Missing fastener reports have been filed with this unit.
Let me rephrase. Have you been collecting screws for some reason?
Affirmative. Multiple replacement screws have been collected in an unauthorized entry into an arbiter training facility is likely to result in violent arbitration.
You hear that? Sounds like a dragoon tromping about. I don't fancy making its acquaintance.
Oh, too bad. Maybe I will wait a level or two.
This stretch runs between Fairfield and the Eastern Forward Operating Base. North of here is an old abandoned chapel.
We're closed.
Did you not hear me? This place is closed. No learning today about how everything happens according to the obscure calculus of an indecipherable plan. Why are you asking? Who are you?
The people she tried to kill.
By the architect. I had no idea. I wish I could say it was unbelievable. I was afraid she was becoming a danger to herself and to others. But this is horrifying.
Yeah, imagine how we feel. Why don't you tell us where she is so we can make sure she ain't being a danger to herself or others?
And how are you going to do that?
That ain't something you ought to be concerning yourself about.
If you think I'm going to help you do what I think you're talking about, you are deluded.
I may be deluded, but you're lucky you ain't dead. Seeing how she seems partial to using her friends as victims.
Does she? It occurs to me that you have provided no proof of what you're accusing her of.
Why don't you take a long look at me? This is all because she betrayed us. Her team, her friends, even the one whose life she saved in Triangulum.
By the architect. You're Niles, aren't you? She mentioned you a few times, but refused to elaborate. All I knew was that she was fond of you, and that you were dead.
She was fond of me? Then why? Why would she try to kill me?
I can't say, but it may be one of the things she anguished over. An anguish I fear finally overwhelmed her, and could likely be what's driven her to her present course of action. I wish I knew. It's nothing good, I can tell you that. I haven't seen her since before the corporatists invaded the island. I'm afraid she's going to do something terrible, but I just don't know what. Maybe none of this would have happened had I not introduced her to Victor. How did... You saw her terminal, didn't you? Victor's an Order archivist. We were all friends for a time. But then, shortly before the schism, they started talking to some others inside the Order. That's when things became tense. I started to become uneasy, scared, really. She kept getting angrier with the Order the more she worked with Victor and her other contacts. On top of everything else, it became just too much for me. Among other things. For some reason, she was obsessed with the cliffhanger ending of Chapter 6. It was the one where capitalist fanatics brought complete destruction upon Arcadia. But you know how it works. It was somehow miraculously saved at the beginning of the next chapter. Didn't matter to DeVries, though. She just kept going over it and over it. Would have talked to a Crabble about it if there was no one else to listen. That, and the invasion itself, set her mind to dark things. I begged her not to go down that road again. She was so agitated when I first met her. Must have been 7, going on 8 years ago now. She never slept, didn't talk to anyone if she could avoid it. After we became friends, she began to change. Still bothered her from time to time, but I thought it mostly behind her. I couldn't watch her go back to how she'd been. Or worse. We became friends when she... Well, she saved me. I'd said something without thinking. Must have been distracted. We all know to watch every last word we say. For some reason, she interceded on my behalf with an arbiter. And she convinced him he didn't hear what he actually did. No one does that. Void, I didn't think anyone could. We all were, originally, before the schism. But she never gave it up, even when it became illegal to even mention their name. Which was surprising with how angry she seemed to be getting with them, even as she was deep into scheming with Victor and the others. She even continued to sign her messages, "See you in the equation." It's all so confusing. What do you mean? It was where she worked. one of the Protectorate's communications hubs. She didn't speak of it much. At least to me. She may have spoken to Victor about it.
She ain't the only one.
It's difficult to explain. She spoke about things in unfamiliar ways. I felt her words to be freeing, at first. But slowly, I began to feel unmoored, doubting everything I ever knew. She said learning the truth of things was worth it. But now I question whether her truth was just more of her penchant to sow chaos, no matter who may be caught in her schemes. Some days I wish I'd never listened to her at all. Others, I can't help but miss her. Even with everything.
Know a little something about that, too.
I did try to. Once. After the corporatists invaded Paradise Island and took over Fairfield. They seemed to let anyone in there. Some boisterous fellow even tried to recruit me. No. Nearest I could surmise, she'd left just prior to the fall of Fairfield. I'm ashamed to admit, I did break into her safe. She used the same code for everything. 15-778.
That is Agent DeVries's identification code, Commander.
She said it had some meaning from her previous life. I'd hoped she'd left something for me, but the safe was empty. No. But it had to be someone's fault, right? The Protectorate couldn't possibly have failed to safeguard the colony. And they had to answer the accusations the Order leveled at them. I know I've no right to ask this of you, but when you find her, please remind her of who she used to be. That's all.
All right. That's the Act 2. Okay.
Bits, don't get any closer to it. You void-brained idiot. Put down the bottle and stop doing stupid shit. Get away from there.
Quit your worrying. Ain't nothing gonna happen.
Initiating solemn farewell. Goodbye, unnamed trooper. You may or may not be missed by family you may or may not possess.
What? Am I gonna tell the commander?
Actually saw a dumbass touch an anomaly rift and get vaporized. That's what you should tell them. That's a little bit better than the other one I have. 25 versus, well, 25, but this one has a sight on it. Short rounds. Wait, I already have some, don't I?
I'll take fighting raps over living in a surveillance state any day.
How is that heavy armor and that's medium?
Hey you! Get over here before you get yourself killed!
No, you ain't got what I need. And you can't come stumbling around here looking like prey. These raps ain't had a bite to eat since their pods dropped from... And a desperate rapt is a dangerous rapt. That obvious, huh? Yeah, I was hoping there'd be something worth harvesting. Something worth the trouble of, if the occasion, being wrapped. Which is why I gotta ask. What are you doing here? Oh, that's a high-profile target. Huh. I'm Inez Silung, Auntie's choice. Former Minister Milverstreet of Fairfield sent me here to retrieve some information. I'll admit I was eager for some good hunting around here. My graft, needs some bolstering. But if the raps here are as weak as this one, if you had, you'd know. Unless you're accustomed to seeing folk roaming around with exposed muscle fibers or stunted extra limbs on their back. Sorry, everyone in Fairfield reckons my time will come soon too. But I'm still mostly upright. I just know. Weren't many of us craft. No. I only been able to treat my own ailments thanks to Doc Tinsley in Fairfield. She worked for the program for She's bound by contract to work on whatever task Fairfield's illustrious leader set her to, nothing else. But she also ain't quite got the hang of the employment thing. Get the feel. Go on now. I got what I came for, so I reckon it's time to see about my contract. Law knows I could use a lucky break.
Just me, or did Inez remind you of Helen? Tough like her. Shame she's with Auntie's choice.
Engaging hostile.
Probably a coincidence. This is where I killed everybody, right? Yes. Alright, let's go get in these. I think I'm just gonna fast travel back to Fairfield. Doesn't look like there's much fog of war between me and there.
You can't spell heinous acidic without Auntie's choice.
Hell. I've stood this post so many times, I could do it at
A lot of fresh blood in the talent pool around here with these protectorate defectors.
Minister, I'm telling you I can do more. I've been proving myself to you time and again, haven't I? All I'm asking is a mite of trust. Let me fix my arm and I'll...
Calm down. You know the risks you enhanced troopers present. My utilizing you at all was a kindness on your behalf.
I'll calm down when you stop bringing your little excuses. How about that?
My, such aggression. You scarcely need add hostility to your list of inadequacies,
Ain't so sure you want to work for this imbecile, friend.
Do try to understand my perspective. You were so lethargic returning, I had you pre-marked as a casualty. Do you know how many forms I've had to fill out on your behalf?
Now hold on. I went into enemy territory crawling with dangerous creatures for you alone to get some dusty report. And you got the audacity to complain about paperwork? If this contract weren't staying my hand, I reckon you'd be answering to it right about now.
You mean grant preferential treatment to a subpar contractor? And I suppose the bits for such a procedure shall simply manifest from the ether?
And if I die or leave, how do you reckon failure to retain an enhanced soldier would look to upper management, huh?
Please pay this disgruntled employee no mind. What would she do without Auntie's hand to guide her if she were unemployed? I should think death a preferable alternative.
That's it. I'd rather be a down-and-outer for the rest of my life than crushed under your counterfeit leather boa boot a second longer. I quit!
What? I have done nothing to deserve such barbaric treatment. This is unheard of, and I might add...
So you say. And you?
She will most assuredly regret her decision. Troopers abandoning their contracts.
All done in there? Hope that little dust-up back there didn't put you off. If you will, and in time, maybe I'll have earned myself the clout to be welcomed back into Auntie's choice. How'd it feel, Duct?
This much of a crowd's not likely to keep a low profile.
Acknowledge.
She's up on the hill.
Hello again. Oh, Inez. You look, well, like you could use an ice bath and a cup of newly formulated trip teas.
Something happened.
Well, that's wonderful news. Or, before... Oh,
or my own first aid training camp.
Would if I could have done more.
Despite your insinuation, there are plenty of...
I understand. Right. I have a lead. The first I have...
I heard rumors of the creature myself. Are the sect deep in Protectorate territory?
When you breach the that excellent. It'll be a rather unpleasant wake-up. Yes. Now, when you acquire one or both of these parts, return here straight away, and we can begin surgery.
All right.
Gonna need a bigger stick. Let me guess. Gun keeps jamming, armor don't quite fit snug as you like. State your division and I'll get you outfitted. Quick and proper, or your next provisions. As chief, tell me what you need and I'll do my ample best to supply you. As a friendly...
Reclamation arraignment. That's an expensive friggin' armor, holy crap. I mean, it is unique. 4250 is ridiculous. Oh, excuse me. Oh, whoops, I'm trying to sell shit. Oh my god. Ugh. Now, as much as I didn't want to have a short stream today, I did not sleep last night. Well, anyway, I slept for like an hour or two. And it's starting to catch up to me, so I'm gonna go to bed. Thank you guys for tuning in, and we will continue the new playthrough tomorrow. Remember, being normal's boring. Be weird. Bye-bye.